All right, friends, we are going live pretty soon. And we are live. Welcome, everyone.
Yo,
Hey,
Did I say welcome?
how are you?
Welcome. um, great. How about yourself?
I'm
Great.
great. Yeah, it's a fantastic day. It's the weekend, so we get to mess around with fun tools like Helm and Kubernetes.
Sounds great. So why don't you tell us what Helm is all about? Like, why would we explore this tool?
So I think what Helm is all about is obviously it only is useful to you if you use Kubernetes,
Mm-hmm.
but Kubernetes can be like insanely difficult to manage. So one reason for us is like we have a bunch of different services interacting with each other in Kubernetes, and we just want an easy way to install it in one click.
Yep.
Yep. So, we run one command after configuring what's known as a Helm chart, and then we can create an environment for our more applications backend. So this is an insanely useful tool if you use Kubernetes to save you time in the future. So,
Makes sense.
yeah. Do you have anything to add to that, Dario?
Well, yeah, it's just like one of those tools that you set up and it just keeps giving you back, right? Like set up once, use multiple times, and the shared value that you get out of it is insane.
Sorry
Like
about that ding.
it takes us
Me
right now
apologize.
like a good what maybe like 5 minutes to deploy, maybe less than that. But to create a new cluster, that does take hours sometimes, or like 45 minutes.
Yeah. Especially, I mean, I always complain about the cert manager, but it seems like now I've kind of figured that out.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when we first deployed our backend in Kubernetes, it was like a lot more in development, and they were like making breaking changes on every release they made.
Mm-hmm.
But now things are really starting to stabilize in like the Kubernetes community, and all the different applications. So, um, yeah, I think I agree with you. It could take up to a few hours, if especially if like you didn't have as nice of files as we had. Like we've taken the time to build it. I remember in like the beginning, it would take at least an entire day for me to create an environment in Kubernetes.
Oh yeah, because we we had the pods but not the services, right? So that then we added the services.
Mhm.
We had the pods, the services, but we had nothing to coordinate all of it, and the Ingress controller and all this
Yeah.
stuff. It's all like disconnected.
Yes. So for example, the last deployment that we did, we had to uh, we had to do that from scratch. I mean, create all the deployments, the pods, to to deploy or backend to production. So we are looking for automation
Mm-hmm.
to automate as much as possible,
Yep,
and Helm can be super helpful.
Yep,
I agree.
100%. So
Let's do it, man.
should
Let's do
should
it.
we get started?
Heck
All
yeah.
right, let's do it.
Let's
So
get rolling. By the way, for all the
let's
viewers out there, feel free to make us questions on Discord. Um, so, anyways, sorry, Griffin, go ahead.
okay. Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. So, I don't know if you can read the text. Does it look good on the stream?
It looks good.
Yeah, super
If,
good.
if you can scale
Okay.
it a bit more for folks that are joining through their phones, which is the majority of people, yeah, fantastic.
All right. Yeah. So, Helm is a package manager for Kubernetes. All right, let's see. Let's just jump into introduction, quick start guide. So, prerequisites, Kubernetes cluster, got that.
We got that.
Yep. And by the way, I think we're going to be configuring all of this locally, if you're cool with that, Dario, on
Of course.
micro Kubernetes,
Mm-hmm.
which is provided by Ubuntu. And then, so you need to have Helm installed. Let's make sure that I have Helm real quick. Nope. All right. So how do I install it? All right. So installation guide. Let's see. That's annoying. They don't really provide like a snap or anything. You have to go to GitHub.
Oh, I see. And install from the GitHub tag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you go install option and upgrading for Linux RAM 64. If you're on Ubuntu, or no, you're on Ubuntu, yeah.
Yep. I have i386 though.
Oh, okay.
Intel.
I see. The whole thing about i386 and ARM64 is i8 86 32 bits and the other one is 64 bits,
Yeah.
right?
Is that but i3 is because you have an Intel i3 processor, Griffin.
Yeah. So if I type like ARC here, I guess it's.
It's
I guess I could do. It's 64. Yeah, so I probably downloaded the wrong one. Let me download that. Linux AMD 64.
It's misleading because it looks like it referred to the brand AMD,
Yep.
but it's not. It's not that. AMD 64.
No such file or directory. Crap. What's it called? Oh, the version is different. All right. So do Helm. And then, yeah, it just tells you to move it to your local bin.
I see.
Yeah.
Sudo.
To be on the scope of the.
All right. So now we should have Helm, right? Oh, well, that command doesn't work apparently, but yep, 3.4.2.
It's
Cool.
written in Go. We can see that. That's cool.
Yeah, Go version. Okay. Now, yeah, that's all done. Let's go back to the quick start guide. See what else there needs to be done. So now we need to initialize a Helm chart repository. Once you have Helm ready, you can add a chart repository. Okay, so this is talking about like adding a chart into your cluster, but we want to actually create our own chart.
Yes.
So let's see.
So just to summarize, the Helm chart will contain all the configuration needed to create a new, to like take the recipe of our cluster and take the recipe of our system, all the configuration, all the pods, all the services, all that stuff, and create a new cluster, right?
Yeah, precisely.
Sweet.
So now I know that there is a way to create a chart. I'm having
Chart
trouble
templates,
finding
maybe.
it on there.
Chart template, says Victor.
Yeah, maybe if you're getting started on chart template, I don't know.
Yep, I think you're right.
Okay, in this section of the guide, we create a chart and then add a first template. The chart we created here we will use through the rest of the guide.
Hey, Victor, can you increase your
we go.
volume a little bit?
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So
Um.
yeah, you simply just create it with this command, Helm create, and then the name of the chart. So I'm gonna go back to the terminal. By the way, it's a text big enough here.
Well, if I'm in a phone, no, but since I'm in a computer, yeah, like this will be even better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll just run Helm create our more chart. And I'm going to check out a
Dario.
branch.
Where about now,
Sounds good.
my boys?
It's great.
Okay.
So I'm just checking out a Git branch for us to work on.
Love it.
So now we have our more chart with, let's clear that. So it has a few files in here, values.yaml. This is where you put like static configuration values.
Uh-huh.
And then templates, that's where we'll put all of our deployments and services. And I think charts are like dependencies.
I see.
But let's actually look at this. So if you take a look at templates, yeah, see they have a deployment and a YAML in there. And I know it's pretty flexible. You can kind of structure it however you want underneath the templates directory.
I see. So could we take our K8S or whatever you call our Kubernetes folder and like dump all the like staging services or something?
Yep, we could do that, I think. So we could just kind of like copy K8's staging
Deployments. Yeah.
We need all that stuff actually, so we might as well just take all of it and go to our more chart templates.
Nice.
And I'm going to open it up in code. I don't have any save as. Come on. It's like freezing on me now.
It's a Windows product after all.
Oh my gosh.
That's what Microsoft does. Is there a specialty?
Okay. I don't know. This seems to be working now. Let me just kill it.
Yeah, that's what you do with Microsoft products. Kill them. I have to say though, here's the nuance. Those are the only guys that paid stakeholders this quarter from my portfolio. So I got, if you're a stakeholder, then maybe you do benefit a bit from Microsoft, I guess. Stockholder, I meant to say, not stakeholder.
Yeah.
Stockholder.
That didn't work. Maybe it's named VA. Oh, god dang it! I can't read anything because this is too big. Hold on. Let me just.
If you write just ps/a to see like just a list of the services. I don't know.
Well, I'm just trying to kill these code ones. Oh, there we go. Now it's gone.
Good.
All right. What's all that? That's something else. Okay. We're back in business. Sorry about that, folks. Let's try it again.
Apologize for Microsoft. Hey, Microsoft developers that follow us, get your shit together, please. We can't use your tool.
All right, now. So I don't actually really want to save these changes. No, don't save there. Let me close everything. Okay.
Oh, you're gonna open up the new folder?
Yeah,
see.
so we have inside of here now we have like a bunch of stuff that they already added.
I see.
So you can see with Helm you can use this templating language. Anything with 2 brackets surrounding it is using the Helm templating engine to generate these values.
I see.
So you'll see things like values. This is pulling from that values file. So
Oh, I
if
see. It created like some just like some sample code for you.
yeah. So if we look for replica count in here,
Yeah, it's up there. It's like the first
yeah,
one.
it's the first thing.
No.
So it's grabbing values.replica count from here. So you can share values amongst multiple configuration files and just put, everything in here.
And will we like say, okay, for the HTTP gateway, let's put 3 of them and then create another like will we create variables per service per pod?
Yeah, exactly. So we can just use this values file to configure the whole system. And then any of these can actually be overridden when you run the command in the command line utility,
I see.
which is just built into Helm. So you can say, override the replica count to be 5 instead of 1 when you actually run the command.
This is great.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. So this is super powerful stuff. And then you can even, they recommend, I read this before, but it says they recommend not specifying default resources inside of charts and just leave it up for the user once they like deploy their environment. Yeah. So I guess let's get started. We need to kind of pick these things apart and implement it inside of our deployments.
That deployment file is, oh, I see. They just plopped a deployment.yaml thing so that you could see how to use it, like a sample.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, I don't know, it'll be helpful.
Okay.
So like you can specify the image tag here. Obviously, yeah, even the repository as well, because you might host our images in the repository in the future. It's nice to have it just in a config file.
I see. How about we do something very conservative and just like not use any of their variables, just to see. You know what I'm saying? Like instead of embedding their syntax into our files, just like it wouldn't hurt if we don't use any of their variables, just to get the system going.
Just to give it a shot.
Yeah, because there are some other things that we'll probably have to do, such as tell Helm my chart is composed by these files in particular. Like, do you have to tell it which? Does it just take everything? Does it take everything under templates and just goes through it recursively?
Yep, I'm pretty sure it does.
So like Nginx, I see that on their templates you put staging, right? And staging has even like some tests and helpers and let's see.
Maybe like we would have one deployment file for like a node server and one deployment file for a Rust server. And then, so I'm not really sure, but I agree with you. Maybe we should just be conservative and without using the template engine, just plop it in there.
Yeah.
And see if like we can get it to work and then do it the right way over time, I guess.
Yeah, like start to replace these variables over time. What's helper TPL is something that they provide, right? Like that's part of their template, basically. Oh yeah, it's all their stuff.
Helpers. So I'm guessing these are like. Oh, I see. Define our more chart dot selector labels. So if you call this, it'll apply all of these labels inside of here.
I see.
See, like up here inside of the selector match labels, they called that.
Oh, I see. So it includes. Oh, I see. It like brings in all that YAML chunk,
Yep.
like a chunk of YAML lines, basically.
And you have to pipe it to like this indent function to have it at the correct level.
I see. And is there a file where you tell it which services to create?
Let's go to the docs and check it out.
There you go.
So they suggest just removing everything inside the templates when they do that. And then like start by creating a config map. And they just show you like how to replace it with using their templating code.
I see. Yeah, I'm cool if we want to do this first and then we do the very custom stuff, because like get the baby steps, right?
Yep.
Like do the simple stuff and do the complex stuff.
So let's see if my micro K8s is up.
Yep. Thanks.
I don't want to go through like the setup of this. It's super. Just go to the micro Kubernetes website and there's like 2 commands to run.
I see.
And it starts up. And then micro K8s. Let's just look at what. Look at status.
Well, hold on. Before you start doing stuff, what's the plan here? Are you going to follow the tutorial, or like how do you want to do it?
So I want to just get our backend running locally in Kubernetes with that Helm chart. And so we'll just like, in here, what I think I want to do is just delete everything they have templated out in here.
Okay.
And start from scratch.
All right.
What do you think?
I have no idea how to tell Helm which services to include, but that's fine.
I'm wondering what this charts directory is. Maybe we should like just be sure about that. Let's look on this file. Charts guide, chart file structure. Yeah, see, a directory containing any charts upon which chart depends.
Okay, we don't have any dependencies yet, so that's good. So that I'm fine.
We do have like Reddit. Well, no, we don't have Redis. We host that ourselves.
No, we host it ourselves.
Yeah, but what about like Postgres? In order to create this here, we're gonna have to have a Postgres instance.
Yeah, but let's start small, man. I think it's very risky to just go out and try to get everything going at once. So how can we start small? Can we get one service to run?
Let's do one service.
Even if
let's
it
do
crashes.
like the website or something.
I like the website because it has no dependencies.
Yeah, let's do that.
So then how do we
pull this out? And we'll just we'll move the website deployment config file into the directory, and I'm just gonna delete everything else.
All right. Now. I like it. That way there are not too many things going on. Yeah. There you go, Microsoft. You can delete files. I believe in you.
Helm ignore file. We'll just all leave all this stuff for now. It's fine. It's just their boilerplate. So now we have this. I'm gonna have to change where we get this image from. May just build one in the background real quick, but so we can have it locally.
Hold on, before you start swapping out stuff, technically your computer is provisioned to use GCR, right? GCR, Google.
Yeah, I just don't know if like the Kubernetes VM will be able to, but I guess let's Yeah, let's just try it.
Let's just try
Let's
it.
just leave
So
it.
once you have your templates in, what's the next step?
So we have a deployment and a service in here.
Yeah.
We'll need an ingress, I think, in order for this to actually work.
But
I think.
all right, even locally, because locally, I agree if this was a cloud deployment. You see, what I'm trying to get to work is the most basic unit, and then
Right.
build on it before we eat the whole
Yeah.
enchilada.
To be honest with you, I'm not sure. Let's just like try it and see if it works.
I see. So is there a Helm build or Helm something?
Yeah, let's check it out.
Yeah.
So Helm supports the YAML that we already have
Yeah.
for the deployments. We don't have to convert it to their syntaxes.
We're not sure yet, but we know that they
Let's
use
try
the
it.
they use the Kubernetes services definition. So once you have defined dependencies,
Let's see. I want to just know how to create a new
exactly. Let's take a second to read the structure of the exactly. And we'll take it slow. We'll take it slow. We'll see. Okay. So
Yeah.
All right, let me at least just get my Kubernetes instance running, because then we can actually run these commands. So it's saying it's not running, but now it's running.
All right.
Okay, cool.
Fantastic.
So now we have a dashboard. We have a registry.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's fine. That's all we need. Oh, and we'll need Helm. So Microservices provides these like add-ons, they're called. So I'll just do micro.
No.
I think it's add-on enable.
All right.
Helm 3.
Oh, maybe add. Just add.
Enable. This is just so I can like use it locally here.
Okay.
So now I should, as long as my Kubernetes, or actually, I think we just run it with this command. This is how it works. Yeah. Helm 3 repo add. Let's grab this.
But aren't we using log? Okay, so that's if you want to use off-the-shelf stuff like Ingress and whatever. But what do you think about us just like taking our web service, wrapping it into a Helm chart, and just launching that without an Ingress?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get like the local Kubernetes into a good state so we can actually like apply things to it.
I see.
I need to like make my commands point to the correct cluster.
I see.
Yeah. So I was search repo stable. Okay. Yeah. So it's listing all of the possible repositories that I could install in this local. There's a bunch of them. So now we can see how we just install our local chart.
So yeah, so these are off the shelf.
There is a how to.
That's off the shelf. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's just going to be Helm install and we path. I think that would work. That's what I was about to try.
All right.
Automatically roll deployment. Okay.
Helm install.
Okay, so there's an install subcommand.
This is it. Yeah. Instead of upgrade, we do install. See, you can use this for either upgrading or installing, and it'll just overwrite.
Mhm.
So, and we don't need the values file. So we'll have to change this first command to point to Kubernetes Helm 3. Upgrade install, and we'll name our release Armor. I don't want to pass a custom values file. I'll just take whatever's in the chart directory. And then I'm pointing it to the chart directory with that last command.
Okay, that looks good. So apparently that means that it created the service and the pod. If you do, yeah, let's see.
Let's go look at the dashboard and see what it looks like. That's a friendly way to look at it. Let's go. I have to open this in Firefox because it's going to be insecure. Yeah. All right. And then they give you like a token. It just printed out a token when I ran the command. I signed in with that. And now we should see. We deployed it into the staging namespace. There's our. Oh, I deployed that 5 days ago. You can see auth server. I was just messing around on here, but here's our web staging one. What happened?
That's fine, and we do not expect it to work because probably we didn't even look at the dependencies or anything. So, but it tried to do the thing, right? So maybe it couldn't even pull the image or something, but that's great. Like at least it tried.
But it should give me some sort of error. Like it failed to pull the image or whatever. So at least we can, we go in the right direction. Scaled up replica set to 1. Okay. Available false. Does not have minimum.
Can you do something like kube control get logs? Can you run like standard kube control commands?
Yep. You'll have to tell me which one it is.
Yeah. So kube control get pods, but I'm not sure if that will be pointing to Google Cloud.
Yeah. You just have to go. And I actually changed this to, so I have a shortcut, an alias.
Yeah.
It's just micro K8s and then kube control.
I see. So then mkctl get pods. All right, that's great. So it's
image pullback off.
Yeah. So we were right, and you were right about your instinct that it was not going to be able to pull it. But I think it's great because it's just an authentication thing.
It's I don't know. Like, do we want to?
Your font it's terribly small.
By default, it always is whenever I go to a new tab. So what do you think? Should we tackle the problem of Google's container registry, or should we just use like the local one, push it to there?
Yeah, local one.
Because there's a built-in one in our Kubernetes cluster right now. We could just push it to that.
There's a built-in one. I don't understand.
There's a built-in image registry inside of micro Kubernetes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like that sounds.
Let's push it to that.
Yeah.
Okay,
so guys, what we're going to do here for all the viewers is what we detected is that The chart that we were trying to build uses we use GCR for our images. That's for staging and production environments. So what we're going to do instead is because we are doing everything local, we'll go ahead and build a new image of the UI, and we'll push it to the local Docker registry. And by doing that, the local Cube instance will be able to access it, instead of dealing with the problem of getting our local cluster to authenticate to GCR. That who knows? We anticipate that that's going to be not conducive to a good demo. So
Yeah, the authenticating issues are never fun, especially with Google.
yes, they are going to ask you to get a
makes
token
it-
and a token and a token and da da da.
The service account and yeah,
Yeah.
everything.
Yes. All the accounts, all the service accounts.
With that said, I was pretty surprised with how nice Fastlane made it to authenticate with Google. Like they made it pretty easy.
Nice.
Yeah, it was just like a service account or something.
Yep. Yeah, I remember the Google Play Store was pretty broken, but then after getting past that, it was all good.
Yep. Yeah. I heard that Kubernetes was deprecating Docker.
I see.
Yeah, like
Did you
a
hear
few
about
days
that?
ago, right?
Yeah, I wonder-
Yeah, I
Good.
heard about that.
It's a proprietary format, I
Me
think.
neither.
yeah, I hope Docker. Well, Docker is open source, I thought.
But let's see,
Isn't it?
Docker. There was something proprietary about it that was making it hard to move forward.
Docker D or something.
Parts
oh crap!
of
What's going
these
on?
of their stuff is proprietary, and I know that there was some drama there.
You know what? Why am I doing this? Let me just pull from GCR this image, and then I'll retag it.
I
How
see.
a real DevOps person would do it.
All right, so you'll pull it from Google, then make it available to your local Docker repository.
Yep. I don't know what happened.
It doesn't matter. It's
That's
always
some weird-
something with the weather, with the token.
Probably if I deleted node modules and tried again.
It's always something, man. You know how it goes with software.
Especially during demos.
Oh, it loves to do that.
So I'll tag this image as web latest.
All right.
Scroll all the way up to the top. And where is
Some
it?
Rust stuff. Maybe grep it because I cannot see. Shit.
What the heck? Is tag. Do you tag it the other way? Do you put. I'm a noob here.
So you put the source, and then the target.
That's how I did it the first time. Yeah.
I'll share some docs.
Okay. Let's open this up. Source image tag, target image tag. Right.
and they have some examples there. If you zoom in a little bit, please.
Yeah, so we're calling Docker tag source image, which is our Google Cloud one, to the target image. That's what I did right here. Docker tag.
That's this
Google Cloud.
Then the tag.
Tag and web latest. And then let's just try running it then.
Yep.
Oh, it works. Okay. It's there, but maybe I'm just a noob. I don't know how to list images.
Honestly, I don't know what you're doing wrong, so probably I'm a noob too. So that's great. So we have the web. We have web. We can see that it's there. So we just need to push it to local registry. Hopefully, we can address it just by using web, right?
Yeah. Let's determine how to micro Kubernetes registry. I'm sure there's a quick way to push it up here. So I've already enabled it. I just have to tag it, it looks like, with localhost 32.
Oh,
so
I didn't see that. Can I see that command again? I want to make sure I understood that.
Yep. Yeah, so it's you're working with micro Kubernetes built-in registry. I already enabled this previously, so it's just an add-on. You can change the size of the registry when you enable it. And then here, you tag it with localhost and on the port 32,000.
All right.
So that's where it's running, I guess. And then just the name and the tag.
All right.
So it'll be, yeah. I'll call it web. And we'll just do latest. Now, maybe there's a way to list
Docker images. Oh, no.
I think that Docker images are already listed. The images.
Then you need to push.
I mean,
then you need
it
to
happened
push it.
successfully. It says it exited with a successful exit code. So
may I see the tutorial again, just to see which step were you at? So you're there, then you need to push it. Yeah.
Yep, you're right. Let's do it. Docker push localhost 32,000 web latest.
All right.
There we go. So that's pushing up. Now we need to change our config so it's using the right image. And so we could do dot values.
No,
right?
Can we do it the old-fashioned way just to make sure that I get it?
Even though it's right here.
Oh yeah, okay.
All
right. I'm cool. It's just I'm adverse.
Yeah, it should be easy.
Yeah, it's always, but like I'm very, very careful with these things because there's a lot of magic here.
Yeah.
It's a lot of magic. So like
look, you just define the variable and give it a value.
Yeah, I know, but there's always something. There's always I like being super, super conservative.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense, but let's see. Is it pushed?
Yeah, it pushed it.
But let's see if we can list it first. So that way every single step is like.
Yep. So let's go to Kubernetes. It's probably oh crap, I misclicked something. My bad. There's probably a registry. Let me just search for it. No. So But it doesn't get shown in this UI, I guess. So I can try running some commands. Those aren't the commands for registry. Yeah, this CLI tool is a little weak. I'm not sure how you actually check that it's there, but maybe we could just try running the upgrade.
Okay.
And see what happens.
Mm-hmm. So the tool, just to check, it's called a Minikube, no, Microcube.
Yep. Micro Kubernetes. Okay, so I ran that same exact command as before, Micro Kubernetes Helm 3 upgrade, and I'm pretty sure that means like or install when you pass this -- install flag. And that's the name that I named it before, or more. And then that's the directory. It looks like it worked. Let's run this command and see if we're getting that same error. No, it's running. Look at that.
That's awesome.
So it found the image with our values.yaml variable entry here. And so now we could just come in here. We could actually, when we run the command, we want to, use the Google container registry.
This is great, man. I love it because we are like doing step by step, and it's making sense.
Yeah, look at that. So let me just destroy this one because we don't need that in there. mkctl delete deployment auth server staging.
There you go.
I'm pretty sure there's a service in there as well. Oh, it's named something different. It's auth server.
Can you list it?
mkctl git services namespace staging.
There you go.
No, it doesn't exist.
So you're good.
We're all green.
So just to recap what we did, we created the pod and the service. The pod defines which image to use, and the service defines how the pod is exposed, basically. Like in this case, it defines probably like a port that is used. Right?
Yes. So the service,
Yep. Port 80.
The service just says which app do I want to serve in this, and then what port should I serve it on.
Victor, is it making sense so far?
Yeah. It's more clear now. Like I understand it more.
Yeah. So
because
and please let us know if you have like not super in-depth questions, but like from a logical standpoint, you have pod services and then you put a load balancer in front of it to like expose your services to the internet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the pod, we can think about just as a box that runs your image.
It is a logical
and then
box.
You have the services that are okay. Yeah.
So you, just to be clear, you can have many pods within the same machine. Just to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, and each pod will run one image, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
And well, you configure the pods. I'm sure that you can actually configure pods directly, but we don't do that. We configure deployments, and we let our deployments create the pods.
Okay.
And can we create like 5, just for Victor to see the logic here? Can we add the replicas to be 5 or something, or 3?
Yeah. So
that
goes
on the values.
I'm pretty sure this goes in spec, right? I'm not really sure. Let's look at the Kubernetes documentation.
Because we want to show you how you can. This is the beautiful thing about Docker. You can scale your service horizontally by using configuration. Like, give me 10 instances of this. Yeah, there you go. Yep. Inside the spec.
Yeah, I was right. It's inside spec. So we'll do.
And you can
try doing 3
You can modify the value on values.yaml.
True.
The beautiful thing is that Kubernetes is smart enough where if you give it a factor of 3, then it's going to try to spread out that plot across the cluster, so that if a machine goes down, you're good because it's going to be in different computers. How neat is that?
All right, so I configured it. Let me just go back through that and talk through it. I changed the values YAML file to have a replica count of 3, and then I just called it inside of the web YAML file.
Awesome.
And now let's run our upgrade. Yep.
Happy Helming.
That's awesome, bro. And then, like, you can check this into Git, and all from the sudden, you have version. Like, you are defining versions of your infrastructure. You have versioning baked in.
Exactly.
This is great.
So now we can list our pods. Got all our web staging pods running.
Oh, bro. Oh, shit. This is great. This is great, man. I'm just like getting excited about the possibilities with this.
Yeah, this thing is awesome. I wonder how we can look at the logs, and that's what I want to know.
Oh, you can do possible. I'm not sure with the UI, but the with kube control we can certainly look at that.
Okay. Like if I select one of these, yeah, well, I'll need that namespace still. Git pod.
You can say kube control logs. So in the kube control logs, and then the name, then -l. So I'll give you the whole command. It's like it's kube control logs, then -l or -l, then the name of the app. So app equal, and then I'll share the command that like
the app would be a pod, right?
No, I'll show you what we do for production and see if you can map it to how we operate locally. So that's how we look at the logs of the telemetry service.
Gotcha.
So I'm not sure what goes in. So I'm pretty sure that the -c is because in production we run the SQL.
Let's just see.
I'm not sure. Yeah. What? Oh, because you use kube control.
Wrong. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, this is great.
It started 3 replicas. I wonder if it'll work. No. That's like running a different Docker container. Yeah. We need like an ingress there and stuff.
Yeah, expose it. Yeah. I'm cool if we like now, if you feel comfortable going after the ingress, I'm cool with that. But we have created value for our viewers, right? Like we showed them already how to create a cluster from scratch and like add a web UI, and it's running. We can see it. Now we need to expose it, right? It's like making sense.
Yeah, now we need an ingress. So we have one already that we can modify. Let's just copy it over.
Now we use a lot of the Google stuff, so I'm not sure if it's gonna work just like copy paste, because
Oh yeah,
Google is a special snowflake and probably uses a lot of custom stuff. Like, because when you deploy this to Google Cloud, it creates builds like a physical quotations, right? It allocates a load balancer.
Right.
But
so we don't need a lot of this. We don't need any of this. No, we just want, and we're not even going to do TL. I don't want to do TL right now.
Tristan is online. He's saying hi. Hey, dude.
Oh, Tristan.
Hi.
How do we do it without TLS? I've never done it without TLS. Let's see. SSL redirect. No.
Let me see if they have it in their tutorial. Micro. MyQ.
So this config is saying it's an ingress object, and it's in the namespace staging. You need to have your ingress in the same namespace as your like cluster, like your deployments or your pods, in order for it to be able to expose them. So that's important.
Check this out, bro. I think you might want to look into this manual.
Oh, yep. Yeah, so this looks very similar to ours, right?
Yes.
It's an ingress.
Do you need to do that micro, like the first line, enable ingress?
Yeah, I do need to do this. I haven't enabled this add-on. So do that.
And an ingress is the fanciest name, the most pretentious name I've heard for like a Nginx server. Right? That's what it is. It's just
well, ingress is just a really fancy way to say.
Oh,
I think.
I'm sorry, I lost you a bit there.
Do you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So, in my opinion, it seems like ingress is just a really incoming.
Incoming.
Right? Like, yeah.
Yep.
I think it's actually specific to networking, right? Ingress.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's correct. But
Yeah.
the way that is implemented is patching services using Nginx proxying and tunneling capabilities.
Yeah, it seems like Kubernetes should be able to just do it out of the box without Nginx. I kind of am confused why it relies on it still.
Yeah, they try to keep that independent so that depending on the infrastructure where you are deploying, there might be some things available. So
yeah.
I think that you can use other services, like to your point, like Ingress being independent of Nginx. I think that there are some other ingresses that you can roll out as opposed to Nginx, but Nginx is like what Apache used to be 10 years ago. Is like the default.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We lost your video, Victor.
Yeah. I know I'm lagging a lot, so I turned down my video.
All right.
I'm a bit lost here, Dario. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't define a host, honestly.
No?
No, not
Okay.
host.
Just go here.
And then you put the rule there and just map it to your service.
Yep.
That looks good to me, to be honest with you.
All right. Well, I don't know. Let's let her rip.
Yeah. That's how we roll.
Yeah. Well,
It doesn't know
okay.
what
I
Nginx
got
is.
bad YAML.
Didn't like it.
I
see.
think I have a bad YAML thing. Like I'm doing something wrong in my YAML. Let's go back to, no, I was in Chrome. Rules. Okay, so this needs to have a dash. Yep. Stupid YAML.
Okay.
Now let's check what pods we have. Well, it wouldn't be a pod, it would be a service. Let's just go Ingress. There it is.
It's not as nice as Google.
No, Google makes the UI a lot. This is like the default Kubernetes UI.
Yeah, but it does tell you the service, and it tells you that it is exposed via the Ingress. Who knows?
Yeah, let's. I have a feeling I just need to figure out the IP to visit it on.
Oh, I see. So it won't be like kube control. Microcube wouldn't expose it via.
Look at that.
Hey, what? First attempt? Are you kidding me?
Yep. So it just took the cluster IP, and it works. Whatever.
I see, but are you hitting the service directly, or are you hitting the Ingress?
Oh, that's a good point.
Wait, does the Ingress have another IP? Probably.
Let's check it out. I don't see one on it, but yeah, I'm a bit confused on how that works.
Yeah, because we might be hitting the service, but that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
So it has internal endpoints set.
Those are hidden for sure. That's like inside the cluster. We don't see those, but we do see the service node port.
Maybe it just works because I'm like hitting it on local.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah, because
you can hit each pod directly. Yeah. So I don't think I'm actually hitting the Ingress.
Let's see. So if you, well, wait. Why don't we keep reading that stuff? So we.
Yeah. Let's go back over here. Additionally, the Ingress add-on configured to expose, blah blah blah. They don't really give a lot of good info here.
Let's see, Microcube.
Maybe there's like a default. Maybe there's a default port that they expose this Ingress on.
Let's see.
What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna change the path to be something unique.
If you hit localhost, what do you get? Do you get that other service that you were, because you were running some other containers?
Yeah, there's like a Docker pod running in the background. Let me just kill it.
Yeah, so that it doesn't mess with us.
Yeah, stop it. Okay. Now if I hit localhost, probably give me nothing. Let's search Google for localhost. Yeah, nothing.
I see. Oh, I see. There's Okay, I found a guy that did the end-to-end. It looks pretty minimalistic, but I think he does cover what we need. And for all of you that are following
Hey
the live
guys,
stream,
I'll be right back.
all right, we
Okay.
this is how we learned, right? Like that's what we are showing you guys. How do we go through the process of picking up a new technology? So could you zoom in a little bit?
Yep.
So this is how
And
we
he
pick up
used
a new
this gray
technology.
text.
We just go for it. Sorry, go ahead.
He used this gray text. It's a little hard to read. All right, so this is basically just creating a service. That's what this command does.
I see.
And so we're doing that inside of our YAML already.
I see.
And he's doing a load balancer, but we're doing a node port.
Well, in production, we expose. I think we expose things through a node port that then connects to a load balancer. Who knows what he has in that ingress, right? He doesn't even show us, eh?
It's right here.
Oh yeah, that's his ingress. Oh, I see. Yeah, let's see what's in there. That's someone else. Yeah. It's not there.
Doesn't exist.
Sorry for sending you bad stuff. It looked promising, but obviously it's not.
Okay, here's what I want to do just to make things easier to test. I'm adding a YOLO at the end of our path, so we know that we're hitting the ingress.
Love it.
When we go to that path. So now I'm going to apply that update. Okay, so now I should be able to go to like local.
I see. That's fine. But if you go to the service, you should be able to see it. Oh no, if you go to the service, you shouldn't need YOLO because the ingress doesn't have YOLO.
Exactly. It's just exposing the port. So now when we look at this ingress, this information they give you on here is trash.
Yeah, it doesn't
CLI,
show
I think. So describe ingress namespace
staging.
Ingress staging.
Oh, it does. Maybe it doesn't see the body. Default backend.
Default HTTP backend not found. Interesting.
Hey, I'm here again.
Hey, dude.
Well, look, it found the IP addresses of all the pods.
So I feel that it's just not attached to the host, maybe so microcube is not attached to localhost. It makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense. Yeah, and maybe it's like conflicted with that container I had running, like when it started up, so it couldn't do it.
Oh, I see. So do you need to maybe like apply it again or something?
Well, I just did that.
Oh, I see.
Up here. Maybe I need to restart micro Kubernetes.
All right. And we can call it after that. After we expose it, we can.
Yeah, I think that's a good place.
Yeah.
Hopefully this doesn't kill our config, but I guess it's super easy to just run if it does.
Yeah. And while you're doing that, I'll still look for other tutorials out there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just reset the entire cluster. Whoops.
All right.
My bad. See, I mean, we're still learning how to use and everything. It's an experience.
Yep.
I should have stopped and started. Come on.
I hope that doesn't leave it in a bad state.
I know.
No.
I just got impatient. I shouldn't have. Fuck. Let's see what they say in here. Figuring services.
So Minikube and Microcube are different, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yep. Two different things.
Right.
They do essentially the same thing, though. I'm pretty sure.
Are our pods there, or did it kick out our pods?
Dashboard got disabled. I think maybe it kicked him out. But let's enable our dashboard real quick and see.
You're
okay. Here, I'll check the pods. Oh,
Yep.
they're still there.
cool.
Just like for some reason the dashboard got removed. Let's describe the Ingress. See if it can connect to the describe Ingress namespace staging or more Ingress staging. Still is complaining about that.
That's fine. I think that default HTTP backend gets injected by default, but it does see YOLO, right? It does see YOLO.
Yeah.
So now, yeah. Why don't you try with that? Yeah.
Hey, that's
There you go.
Nginx right there.
Yeah. So if
Yeah,
you go
it's-
YOLO.
I was trying to hit it on. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's us. That's our
I go
application.
to /invitations.
Well, it has YOLO.
It's
So
confused, I think, because of the route.
it's because of the YOLO, basically.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
confused.
Yeah, but you got it. Now it's just a matter of removing YOLO from the YAML, and you should be golden. Yep. So you see, guys, we were right all along. It's just
Oh, son of a bitch. All right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you restarted the system.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it left it in like a half disabled state. That's kind of weird.
in a Microsoft state. You could say.
In a Microsoft state. I like that.
Yeah, it's zombie. There you go. Beautiful.
Hey.
So next time we
let's
can
go.
just dig in and do all the services. But this is
Yep.
it.
So we got like the thing. We have Ingress and we have deployments and services. We're exposing them. We can make it all super dynamic next time.
Fuck yeah. This is amazing.
Yeah.
Victor, what do you think? Do you feel like SSH into boxes, or do you like this?
Oh, sorry. What? Can you repeat?
What do you think about this approach to creating backends?
Well, of course, at first, as we experienced, it can be a little like you don't know how to start, but at the end, just digging through some documentation, you end up with something working like right now. So yeah, it's super helpful. Like this tool is super helpful. You just like mount the YAML with a command, and you have your deployment ready and working. So
Yeah, dude, it's awesome.
Yep.
I think this is gonna really speed up our really when the thing this is really gonna help with. We just like spent a bunch of time developing a feature, and we're not really sure on how it's going to affect our system.
Mm-hmm.
So now we can just, with one command, spin up a Kubernetes cluster and see how things perform. We can run this on Google Cloud. We could run it in Amazon if we wanted to. Doesn't really matter.
Fantastic. This is great, guys. Well, thank you so much. I'm going to end the stream now. Thank you so much for watching. Let us know what you think. And you guys have an awesome weekend. See ya.
Peace.